Welcome to the Fat Cat Swinger Show!
The show where you go behind the bandstands
and hang with the cats. Tune in for the stories
and stay for the mayhem.
You might even spot some cat shenanigans.
With your hosts, Marco Paolo
and Mark Kapitsky. She's got talent and style. She's the boss lady with a triple dent smile. Make some noise for Lindsay McMurray. And also, the ferociously modern, ferociously rebellious queen of vintage fashion, Lizzy Shapiro.
Join in the fun, comment, and enter the giveaway.
Fasten your seatbelts, because here we go!
Hello. How you doing, Marco?
I'm doing good, Mark. How are you, my man?
Oh, I'm doing so well. Hello, everybody out there. Hey, fat cats.
Hello. Let's say hi to our friends in the comments over here today.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Sean, Sarah.
Kelsey's out there. Tori. Richard.
All right. Robert. All right. Wherever you're tuning in from today, go ahead and let us know in the comments and say hello from wherever you are. William, hello there. Cameron's online.
Hey.
Send us a hello from wherever you might be visiting.
Very
good. We got some jamming tunes over there, Mark. How you doing over there today?
I'm doing really well. You know, it's been a nice day out here in the San Pedro. That's where I am right now. I'm in San Pedro, South LA.
Very nice. I like.
What about you?
The mustache and beard is coming in nicely.
Yeah. You know, we keep on holding on to it, but I've been kind of telling myself once we have our first big gig, I might, go clean shaven babyface, but we'll see.
Well. Right on. Cool. I'm debating because I'm really enjoying this.
No.
The beard and the handlebars right here, getting to do this little twisty thing. It's kind of funny, but
no, I think it looks great.
We'll
I've
see
got
what
beard
happens.
envy right now. Yeah, I definitely wish I got that going on.
Sarah says keep it. And let's see. Cameron says baby face.
Yep. It's going to come back one day.
Yes.
Anyway, but
we got a mention from Tori saying she's in awe about her sticker, which I do still have to mail out, but I'm going to mail it with today's winners. I'm going to mail yours too, Mark. And so we got these stickers here. Anybody who's watching, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to hashtag Let's Go See PCS in the comments as many times as you'd like, because every single comment is an entry to do this win a sticker. So yeah,
that's right. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna get one. I'm so excited.
Mark's gonna get one too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so
that's right.
As many times as you can, and we're gonna have our guests help us out, pick the winner.
That's right.
Well, why don't we jump in with a little bit of music here?
All right.
For a little performance. I did this song at Wednesdays with Wendy. We sort of talked about that last week, but we didn't show the video. So this time we're going to show me singing One More for My Baby. It's this great Tony Bennett arrangement of that sort of ballad version, but this is more of a swinging version.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you take it away there, Mr. Dapp?
Take it away.
It's 2:45, there's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe, I got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. So making one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine, put another nickel in the machine. Feeling so bad, can't you make the music dreamy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you gotta be true to your code. So making one for my baby and one more for the road. You never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I got a lot of things to say. And when I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's all talked away? Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting pretty anxious to close. Well, thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bend in your ear. This torch I found must be drowned or it soon might explode. So making one for my baby and one more for the road. That long road. Woo! What do you guys think? One more? Come on, Wendy and everybody. One more for my baby. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Whew! Well, that's how it goes. And Wendy, I know you're getting pretty anxious to close. Well, thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bend in your ear. This torch I found must be drowned or it soon might explode. So making one for my baby and one more for the road. That long yeah. Woo. All right.
Yes, Mark Kopitsky, everybody. Let's get some hand claps going in those comments now. Sounding so good.
Oh, thank you very much. I just love that arrangement. I learned it for the Glenn Miller tour last 2019, but we never got to do it. So I can't wait to get to do that with a real band someday.
Ooh, man,
really
we got to get an arrangement like that for you so you can sing it with Phat Cat too, man. I said,
yes,
let's do
please.
it.
I would love that.
Speaking of Glenn Miller and history, why don't we go ahead and do a new little segment we're going to continue doing today in history. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many people know of any things that have happened today on April 14th? Let us know in the comments. But I'm going to go ahead and give you two that I know of. I know that tonight, 11:40 p.m. off Newfoundland in 1912, the Titanic hits an iceberg. Whoa!
No, oh my God.
But another cool thing though is that in 1894, it was the first public showing of Thomas Edison's kinetoscope. Now, this is what moving pictures were. It's similar to movies back in the day, right? So you'd look inside the little box and you'd see all the little pictures moving and you'd get this little short film. It's kind of like what you might see over on the main streets of Disneyland, their version of it. So that's a fun little fact. And thanks to that invention, we've now evolved all the way to, live streaming video here from one little kinetoscope. So that's all I got for today in history. How about yourself, Mark?
Oh my goodness. Thanks so much for that, Marco. I love that stuff. This is one of my favorite sections of the show. Well, for me, let's see. I've got a little multiple choice here. I like the multiple choice.
All right.
Because this one's pretty hard. So at least there's some guesses here. So, this week in music history.
Okay.
Here you go. And you guys in the comments, go ahead and join in too. Which duet reached #1 on the billboards this week in music history? Was it A, Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John and Kiki D? Was it B, Something Stupid by Nancy and Frank Sinatra? Or was it C, Let the Good Times Roll by Shirley and Lee? Or finally, D, I Got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher?
Oh.
So give it a good think, because it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. I kind of want to go with the one that has the same song title that we perform, but it's not the same song. I kind of want to go that, but also I don't know. The first thing that came to me was possibly "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know. let's go with "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
You're getting people saying D. What's it?
Said,
Don't Go Breaking My Heart. That's A. All right.
Elton John.
That is incorrect.
Oh!
Give you one more chance. Process of elimination here. One more chance.
Well, let's see. In the comments, I see. Oh man, I'm getting all of them.
Yeah,
here.
you're getting all of them.
A, B, and D. Oh, I mean, let's go with Sonny and Cher.
No. Unfortunately, it was not.
Come on.
The correct answer is Nancy and Frank Sinatra's Something Stupid. Yeah, making them the only father and daughter, duet to have a UK #1 single as well. This week in music history. So yeah, and I actually just sang that song with my mom a couple weeks ago. We did a duet. It was really sweet.
Nice. Well, hey, why don't we take a moment and go from history to introduce our man behind the curtain and say hello to Mr. Daps.
Hey there.
Hey there, Hey.
How's it going, Mr. Daps? How are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you two?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be introducing our guest today and having another fun show with you guys.
We have a fantastic show tonight.
We do. Shall we go ahead and introduce our next guest?
Let's do it.
Roll that tape. Lindsay McMurray.
Hey guys.
Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing well.
How about?
Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm really excited. This is going to be super fun.
I'm excited you're on the show today, and this is going to be fun because we've had you on the Fat Cat stage before, and now we get to bring you on here. But the fun thing is tonight, this segment is all about you. So we want to get to know more about Lindsay McMurray and all the things that you do, from all the bands that you've created, some cool projects, some cool instruments. So why don't we get started?
All right. Talking about myself is weird. So you're gonna have to guide me through it a little bit.
Well, sure.
All right,
well, no. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, we can help you out. We do have another video that sort of shows all the different things that, well, I shouldn't say all, but so many of the different things that you do. And it's pretty incredible. So, Mr. Daps, why don't you roll that tape for us, please? Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
So overwhelmed.
I'm gonna hang. I'm
Um,
hanging up my shoes after that.
right? Like,
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
you take us through some of your favorites of all those amazing projects you've been a part of? And
Yeah, I've been very lucky to be able to do so many different types of music. I've always been interested in just trying as many things as possible. Pretty much anything that'll take a trombone, I'll do it.
yeah,
But yeah, one of the first things that I did when I came to Los Angeles was started playing in salsa bands. And oh man, I grew up in Washington, and I didn't grow up with any of that music before. So when I came here and I started hearing everything, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I couldn't believe that they would use that many horns in like popular music, and how exciting and fun it was to dance to and to play. Yeah, I loved it. So I've been doing that since basically I moved to California. I play in a few groups in town regularly, but I also I just took over a group that's all women. We're called Las Chicas with a K, and it's a beautiful group of ladies. They're so lovely, very talented, amazing, beautiful, everything. They are the best group of ladies I could imagine working with. Super fortunate. So unfortunately we did just lose our band leader. She moved, so I'll be taking it over, so keep an eye out. We'll
Another
be,
door opens.
yeah, we're gonna try and book as many things as possible now that more vaccines are coming out and
Mhm.
things are starting to open up and starting to
Yeah.
get booked. So hopefully there's a bright future for that group.
Love it, love it. And you've got all of those, most of those bands at least are listed on your website as well, right?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
if our friends want to give a follow,
LindsayTrombone.com.
Lindsay Trombone, and you actually have the good fortune of having all your social media work out to be Lindsay Trombone, don't you?
Yeah. Turns out not a lot of competition for Lindsay Trombone.
That's awesome, though. It's so good. Because I mean, especially like at Disneyland, you've got your name tag and it just says Lindsay,
Yeah.
right? And so then it's like Lindsay, and then she's on trombone. It's so easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Searchable.
yes,
You can
exactly.
find me.
I love that. So I wanna tap in and ask about the the bands that you have started on your own, kind of as a just fun projects and maybe business, and what inspired you to kind of fill in some of these gaps. Like, I mean, a marching band. Like, no, I can't even imagine thinking of the inspiration of making a marching band, saying like, there's a gap in this market. We could make a marching band. How did all that and the drumline come about?
Yeah. So with another group that we can talk about later, which is called the Urban Renewal Project, and also a group called the Patriot Brass, we both of those groups got called to do marching gigs. And I'm in both of those, and I kind of saw that there was a market for it, that there was work to be had. So a friend of mine gave me a heads up and let me know that a local high school was getting rid of their uniforms. So I went in and I snatched them all up. And then actually I only grabbed one group, like a small group, and then later I cleaned them out as soon as I got some more work, and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually working. So
Yeah.
I just put a website together. Again, one of those lucky searchable things. Turns out LA Marching Band was not taken. So that's LA Marching Band on all the social medias, on the website. I think it's underscores for Instagram, but we're also on Facebook. And we've had really blessed with success. We've done work for the comedian Bert Kreischer. We've done work with the Grammys, which was one of the clips that you showed earlier. We've worked with bands and live performances, convention centers, private gigs, kind of anytime people want like a big flashing marching band, we're happy to oblige.
I love it. That is amazing. And so,
I know it's weird, but it
and so
works.
yeah, it's amazing. So you've got the LA marching band, LA LA drumline, Las Chicas,
Mhm.
and then you also mentioned Urban Renewal Project. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I've been with that group for quite a few years now. It's a modern blend of hip hop and kind of old school music. It's a big band. It's 16 members, so
Woo.
it's a huge horn section, and we have 2 rappers and we have a singer. It's so fun. It's another one of those genres, kind of like what I experienced with like salsa music. It's like one of those like, and your band, it's just like high energy fun. You
Yes.
know, it's like it's exciting. You know, I love playing in it. And we do have some new material coming out soon.
Nice.
So because of the pandemic, it's been kind of weird, as I'm sure you guys know. But the band leader for the Urban Renewal Project decided to do a multimedia project that involves manga and vinyl and all sorts of
No-
stuff, and it's super fun. So we his concept for the manga was a African warrior in the Roman Legion, and I'll show you. So this is something that's going to be available on Record Store Day on June 12th. So you can
Nice.
see this is the manga, and then it comes with a vinyl
Wow.
right there.
Nice.
And so you see on this, you see this like instrument here.
Yeah.
So I got the chance to play that.
So tell us, this is an ancient Roman battle instrument?
Yes. So it's not going to fit on camera. It's kind of big.
Oh, you
But
have it. Yeah.
I do have it.
So
Oh
I
my
think we
God.
have a
So-
picture. I think we have a picture of you wearing this.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have a video of her
There you go.
too. Yeah.
And actually, the video. Do you mind if we show that video clip?
Yeah. Even
Please,
just that
yeah.
Let's show that real
bit
quick,
of
and then
it.
let's talk about it. That is out of this world. That is
Oh my
awesome. So
gosh.
I got to
It's
know
wacky.
how did it how?
So this is an ancient instrument called the cornu, and the Roman soldiers, there would be soldiers assigned to play it, and what it would do is they would announce calls to the legion about like, hey, we're leaving, or hey, we're stopping, hey, we're attacking, you know. So they use like audio cues, and they use this instrument. It's not like a trombone in the sense where you have a bunch of different types of notes. You just get like what's called the overtone series. So it's you're a little limited in your note choices, but you can hear it kind of sounds like a weird French horn.
Yeah.
You know, that's just because it's just a long pipe. But yeah, it's been really interesting to learn its tendencies and to get used to the sound. Also has this pretty sweet spear on the bottom. Let me see if I can show it to you.
What? Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so because the soldiers who played this, they didn't carry any other weapons. So
Yeah, so that was
this is like their weapon.
Oh
I think
my
they carried a
gosh.
shield, like a little shield, but that's it.
Gives a new meaning.
Imagine.
Where's your axe, man? With like your
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Imagine that though, having to go play a gig, but then like be ready to like just battle it out if you have to and poke somebody with that spear. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So
Where did you find that?
So the band leader found it.
Okay,
He
all right.
found it online. He's like, "Hey, can you play this?" I was like,
Also,
Yeah.
literally their idea was like, here, figure this out.
"Yeah, totally."
Amazing.
Yeah, super
Oh,
fun.
that's
So
great.
that comic book, music, much like that, we actually got the rapper Vic Mensa to join us on one of the tracks for the vinyl. So we are super excited about that. Again, that's available on Record Store Day on June 12th. And if you want to follow the progress, there's going to be on social media. So that's going to be Posse Comitatus with a V. See if I can get this close. So Posse Comitatus.
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram. There's a Patreon if you want to get exclusive content. There's also a website, so you can check all of that out. That's coming out very soon.
That is the coolest idea for a project. I love hearing about this, and I can't wait to see it. I know that. So give us that website one more time, if you might.
Sure, Posse Comitatus, and instead of the U at the end, it's a V, just like Roman times.
Oh,
Got it. All
man,
right.
that's so
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
add that to the captions later, so that we
Yeah.
can send people there, because that is everybody's got to see that. That's amazing.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
while I'm looking
super
over here at the
fun.
comments, like you're getting a lot of love for the Pixharmonic orchestra. People are missing
Oh,
that. They love that. People are. Was it Wally has his kazoo and it's sort
Yes,
of
the
like was playing a
kazoos were a
song.
blast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
my
I just
gosh,
want to
what a
mention
fun
that.
band that was. Oh,
That sure
so
was.
so honored and blessed to be a part of that for as long as I wish it lasted longer, but as long as it was there, I was so glad to do it. And I got
Yeah.
this like cute little outfit with like all
Yeah.
the Pixar colors. It was a blast.
Yeah. I think we might even have a photo or two somewhere of this. Well, let's see if we could pull it up possibly. But yeah, that's
Oh
there we
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Aw.
And then from the Pixarmonic, you also did the Disneyland band as well, right?
Yeah. Currently on furlough. Sad, but
Okay.
we're hoping to come back as soon as possible.
Hey, there
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
It's an 18-piece group, and we march around the parks, and we have choreography, and we
Yeah.
dance, and we do Disney
Quite
tunes.
a
It's
show.
super fun. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have like 5 or 6 different shows that we do throughout the park. We do the flag retreat ceremony, which is this really respectful way to, bring down and retreat the flag, and um, honor all of veterans who are at the park for the day. And that's one of my favorite times of day.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
I miss it. Can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
was
Can't
the
wait.
marching band your first? Was that your first Disney gig, or was it Pixar, or was it Pearly? Which one?
So I started with the Disneyland band.
Got
That
it.
was back in 2015 when they brought in the Diamond Celebration Band for the
Mm,
60th anniversary. And
that's
then
right.
after that, I started to sub a little bit with the Pearly Band. And then after that, I was brought on to the Pixarmonic.
Nice, nice. I love it. And that's essentially, I believe, how we got connected, was by being Disney family cast members, fellow cast members here. And then
Yeah.
we brought you on to the Fat Cat gig. And it's fun. I think we've even got a couple photos of that, playing
Aw.
the Saturday night dance, and then we've also got the Christmas time, which is one of my favorite shows to do there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love the Christmas tunes.
Oh,
That's like one of my favorite shows.
it's one of mine too. I mean, that one is the one that I like. I want to set the bar for everything else that we do. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
it has to be like the Christmas show or better.
It's so clean and fast and fun. Like it's really, really good.
Thank
I
you,
love
thank
it.
you. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Mark,
well,
what do you say we go ahead and start maybe looking for some a Let's Go See PCS winner?
Mm,
oh yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
So yeah, Lindsay, you're gonna go scroll through those comments. So everybody start
okay.
getting those hashtags going. You've been pretty great about it, but keep going. And yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I scroll and then I just stop and pick, huh?
You
You
pick one,
stop and
yeah.
pick one.
Okay, looks like I got Angela Reynolds.
Angela Reynolds.
Hey, that's a new winner this
Congratulations.
week. Angela, do us a favor and go ahead and send us a message on Instagram or if here even on YouTube if there's a way to send messages. But please do that and let us know so we can get in touch with you and mail you one of these shiny Phat Cat Swinger stickers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right. And and Lindsay, you've got so much going on and been staying busy. And we got to hear a little bit of that arrangement of the Tailspin. Mr. Daps, can we just play a little bit more of that? Because we have something special we're going to play with Lindsay coming up very soon. Go ahead. Ah, yeah.
That's so good.
Thank you.
I love that.
What made you sort of decide I'm gonna do this arrangement of this animated TV show?
I had been doing some arrangements for myself to keep myself busy and to keep myself motivated to practice, because when there's no gigs, it's kind of hard to like, okay, well, what am I going to do today? So I just started writing for myself. And then I have, if you go on my YouTube channel, which is also Lindsay Trombone, you can check that out. I have my own multi-tracks of just me. But then I wanted to do something with my other Disney brothers. So I figured if it's my Disney family, then I should do a Disney song. And we kind of chatted about it. And I think one of us brought up Tailspin, and I was like, oh, that's mine. No one else take it. So yeah, I did the arrangement, and then got everyone to record at home and put the video together. And yeah, I'm really happy with that one. That was super fun.
Oh,
Very well.
man,
Nicely
well done. Like, it was so much fun. I totally forgot about that show, and I was like, oh, this was one of my favorite shows growing up. And
Me too.
all of us were talking about this before we went on air with Mr. Daps. And actually, let's bring on Mr. Daps. Mr. Daps, would you come on? Hey there, Mr. Daps.
Hey there.
Yeah, just how and Marco too was talking about. Weren't you watch reruns still to this day, or like
whenever it's on, I see it. Like I'll be in a hotel in some random, back when we were touring, and I'd put on a cartoon channel and it would come on, and I love it. I just love it.
Oh man, it's just so fun. But we thought we would do a little quiz you on your Tailspin knowledge here. And everyone out there in the comments, you guys are joining in the fun too. And anyway, enough of me. Mr. Daps, take it away.
All right, let's do this. So it's multiple choice, Jeopardy rules. So you got to raise your hand, and that's the only way we can buzz in. And I will do my best to be fair, with maybe a little bit of a nod to Lindsay, because the other two guys have the home court advantage. So are you guys ready to tailspin?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, question number 1. Various characters were taken from the Disney movie The Jungle Book, but who was the main character in Tailspin? A, Shere Khan, B, Baloo, 3, Bagheera, 4, Louie. I'm going to go with Lindsay.
Baloo.
That is correct. 1 point for you. In what fictional city did the main characters of Tailspin live? A, Cape Suzette, B, Cape Cashville, C, Metropolica, or D, Port Vista? Marco.
Cape Suzette.
You are correct, sir.
Well done, Marco.
1. 3. What occupation did the main character have in the show? Was he A, a photographer, B, a chauffeur, C, a pilot, or D, an engineer? Mark.
Wait, the pilot one.
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember if it was C or whatever.
You can just say what it is. I won't care what it is. All right, 4. So what was the company that the main character worked for? Would it be A, Aerial Assets, B, Aviation Ahoy, C, Flyboys, or D, Hire for Hire?
What do you guys think?
All right, Lindsay.
D.
That is correct. I expected Marco to get that if he's been watching.
Guys, we're doing way better than Jazz History last week. This is real good.
All right, so this one's a little bit harder. Who was the eventual owner of the company that the main character works for in Tailspin? Is it A, Don Carnage, B, Trader Mo, C. Shere Khan, or D. Rebecca Cunningham? Marco.
Oh man, I think I'm pretty sure it's Shere Khan.
No, it is not.
Oh no!
Marco's back at 0.
Oh, he gets a negative point. Oh man.
Brutal.
Well, I did say Jeopardy rules, so now I feel like I actually have to follow said rules.
We should do
Any
that.
other guesses?
You said the owner?
Yeah.
Yes. Who was the owner?
I think it's.
Yes.
What is Rebecca Cunningham?
That is correct. And Lindsay is taking the lead.
Well done.
All right. In Tailspin, there was a little girl with yellow fur. What was her name? Was it Emily, Abigail, Melissa, or Molly? Marco.
Molly.
That is correct. You're out of the hole. All right. What's the name of the big yellow plane in Tailspin? Is it the Happy Goose, the Yellow Iris, the Sea Duck, or Vanilla Sky? Mark.
The Sea Duck.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Catching up.
All right.
All right. What is the name of the sidekick in Tailspin? Emily Eventide, Nate Nightingale, Sid Seashore, or Kit Cloudkicker? Yes, Lindsay.
Kit Cloudkicker.
That is correct.
Wow.
All right, here's a harder one. Who worked as the main mechanic in Tailspin? Is it Happy Slappy, Seymour Screw Loose, Wildcat, or Al Ashmore? Was that a hand mark?
Yeah, that was a hand.
Okay, go ahead.
Wildcat.
That is correct.
We're
Does
rocking.
that tie you two up now?
I think Lindsay's still winning.
Okay, Lindsay still had final question. In Tailspin, there was a group of plundering air pirates. Who was their leader? Was it Trader Mo, Colonel Spigot, Don Carnage, or Jack Robinson Lindsay?
Don Carnage.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And we have our big winner. Congratulations, Lindsay.
Woo, yeah, Lindsay.
Right
Well
on.
done. Oh
Thank
man.
you.
Well, I think it's
Right.
appropriate that that Lindsay won that one. Though that was
Agreed.
close. We did
I was
pretty
rooting
well.
for you.
Oh, thank you.
Marco knew it like
Marco
before you even said the
knows a lot.
option.
I would remember a lot of these because this was one of my this and Darkwing Duck and Gargoyles. I'd watch all of them in the same afternoon.
Gargoyles.
So good.
Yes, I love
Oh,
that
man.
Yes.
one.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Right on.
Well, thank you
Well-
so much, Mr. Daps, and we're gonna. I think we probably gonna wrap this up pretty quick because we got a whole nother guest as well. So,
That's right.
um,
So,
Lindsay,
ladies and
it's been so
gentlemen,
much fun.
let's give some hand claps and going for Lindsay McMurray.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Lindsay. Right on. That was good. That was really good.
too, we did well on that.
I don't know, just so much nostalgia, that the 90s nostalgia.
Right?
That after school, you come home and watch those cartoons.
That's right. Yeah, and you guys, if we didn't say it already, actually, the link to that video, the full video that Lindsay did, is in the description. So you guys should go watch it and just get this blast of 90s nostalgia watching and
Yes.
listening to that great arrangement. So
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So, hey, do you mind if I do a little today in jazz history?
yes, please.
Since we didn't do so good with the multiple choice questions last week, I'm going to just go ahead and give us a fun fact today.
Okay.
All right.
got it.
So we're going to go back to this song right here called Baby Doll. I think it's old enough that it should be a public domain. You don't get any marks on this. But on this day in 1894, the Empress of the Blues, Bessie Smith, was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Her soulful voice made her one of the most popular singers of the 1920s and 30s. She added many great performances to songs such as Baby Doll, After You've Gone, and Backwater Blues. And there it is, today's jazz, today in jazz history.
Oh wow! I love that so much.
I
Thanks,
love it too.
Marco. Talk
It's
about
such a-
nostalgia. It's great. But I feel like we're going back in time with these shows. This is great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And speaking of that era of music, why don't we go ahead and introduce our next guest, who also
Let's do
is,
it.
in my opinion, the modern day queen of this music right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daps, roll that tape.
When that name is dead and gone, they will take him by the
and gentlemen, Lizzy Shapiro.
Don't mind me. I'm just bopping to that music. Oh my gosh, that was
I
so
know.
great.
I was rewatching our live reel because that's like from our live reel, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. it's like another lifetime ago, but
Yeah.
excited to get back to it.
What a year it's been, huh? But I think you've had a pretty active year, from the perspective of watching everything. You, even though you did have some festivals that went on pause, you got together and you created this amazing video. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration and about this video for Dance Song for the End of the World?
Yeah, so basically we wrapped our debut album. I waited a really long time to finally release music, and we finally had finished our debut album, and it was all in the can, and we were supposed to be touring around it in spring, summer of 2020. Anyway, so just by crazy coincidence, eerie coincidence, I had written this track that was on the album called Dance Song for the End of the World, and that track actually began with this sample that we used from this BBC broadcast from World War II telling people that they can no longer congregate in places of entertainment. And, it's because of course, as soon as the pandemic happened and all of our tour dates and festival dates got wiped out, like everybody, like you guys too, the team around the band was like, well, you can't release the album. This is a terrible time to release an album. But then I was listening to that track and I was like, man, if we don't release this song right now, this is crazy. This song sounds like I wrote it about the pandemic, which I didn't. I wrote it way before the pandemic. But anyway, so we just decided to lean into that. And also the album's called Good Songs for Bad Times. Again, a title chosen way before. So I just decided, you know what? Yeah, this is a really terrible time to release music, but music's also there to make people feel better. It isn't just a commercial enterprise. Certainly not for people who have 10-piece bands. So anyway, so I was like, you know what? Let's just release it. And we decided to do a music video around the song, and it was the beginning of lockdown, and I brought on Nikki Marvin, she runs Atomic Ballroom. She's an incredible pro swing dancer, also runs Atomic Cherry Bombs. Anyway, she reached out to dancers all over the world and to basically film themselves dancing in lockdown to the song. And it kind of just worked really perfectly with what the song was actually about. So it just kind of worked. And as the people's tapes came rolling in, I was just like blown away by what people had done with it creatively, because we didn't give anyone any direction.
Yeah.
So that was how that whole video was born, and then it kind of just took off.
It took off. It went all the way around the world. I mean, you got mentioned in London. There was some pretty good press around all of this.
Yeah, we were on like TV shows across England, and yeah, it was crazy. I feel bad saying something went viral now because that sounds so like
I didn't even think
too
of that.
Too soon.
But that's so interesting. I had no idea that I thought that you created that song specifically for this moment in time. Like, that just blows my mind.
Isn't it weird?
The universe just lined up perfectly.
I know.
Because I remember watching that video and I never met you. And actually, this is the first time we're actually meeting.
Nice to meet you.
I know, nice to meet you. And that song really touched me, like to be able to watch it. And because it was happening right when everything was being shut down. And I don't know, it just was so touching to see the swing dancers and to hear the music. And I don't know, just as a listener, I just want to let you know, it's fantastic. It really
Thank
is.
you. It was
for all of our friends who haven't seen it. Do you mind if we show a little clip of it?
Oh no, of course.
Let's share a clip of it.
How does this work? Ooh, okay.
All gatherings for purposes of entertainment and amusement are prohibited until further notice. People are earnestly requested not to crowd together unnecessarily in any circumstances.
Hey, have you heard the news? The world's about to end and we got nothing to lose.
5 minutes left and we'll all be toast. So let's toast. Hey, it's a perfect day to gather all your troubles and just throw them away.
So
Wow.
that's a little teaser. You guys have to
Little
go watch
teaser.
the rest of the video.
Yeah, it goes places. It gets
It really does.
very big, very apocalyptic.
Yeah.
That was what we were going for. Yeah, you know, it's funny because I've had this happen to me a few times where I've done something that I don't know if I was just getting a little bit of a preview of, I don't know, just, you know, I feel like as artists, we kind of have that like antenna for something bigger, whatever you believe that is. And I've had it happen a few times, and I guess I had been feeling this kind of like impending doom for a while, and I was trying to figure out how to manage being alive with that feeling, and I felt like, well, I want to write a song that's kind of gonna calm me down with that feeling. Mm-hmm. And so the whole point of the song is basically, yeah, the world is about to end, but there's something really freeing about that. There's nothing left to worry about anymore. So just crowd the streets and dance. And obviously it wasn't about the pandemic, because the whole point of the song was everyone crowding the streets and dancing together. But yeah, but I mean, the same sentiment applies. And so anyway, yeah. So in the next album, I promise, will be like called Songs for How We All Get Rich and Lives with No Worries on Islands.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh shoot, laugh track. I love it. Oh, good. I got canned laughter. Wow.
It's to represent all the folks out there that are laughing with us right now, because I would be down for an album like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sounds good.
I love it. So I want to ask. So I know, like, you and we chat so much, like band leader to band leader.
Hi, Blake Belknap, by the way. Just want to say.
Hey, shout out to Blake. But you and we chat so much as band leaders, sharing ideas and visions and everything. I love how you always just go big with everything. Like you know, your name in lights, for example. Like, it's just let's look at that real quick. We got a picture of this. Like, the beautiful look on the stage with your name in lights, and right there. Look at that. And you get these awesome things, and then the fashion that you incorporate to all of this. It's just so much fun. Tell us, I mean, when did you get the vision to start this band, and how did it all come about?
Oh my goodness. Well, so okay, I guess let me give you the truncated version, because how this whole band came out is just so crazy, very synchronicity filled. I had actually stopped singing for almost a decade, and because I'd been an opera singer, and then I decided I didn't actually professionally want to be an opera singer, even though that was the track I had been training for, and you know, I'd sung in Italy and in Tanglewood, and I was very serious about it. But then I realized that I ultimately didn't think that was the right profession for me, and then was kind of like, oh, well, what does a former opera singer do? You know, and I looked around at all the music, and my voice just didn't feel like it fit in anywhere. And so I just decided to stop singing, because I think for a lot of people, when you've been, I don't know, kind of at such a serious level with something, it's kind of hard. It's almost harder to turn that into a hobby than to just stop completely. So that was what I did. Of course, I was miserable and missing it, and but I still just felt like, but I don't really know what my music is that goes with my voice that I want to do. And then my friend, one of my best friends, asked me to sing at her kind of like 20s themed wedding, just a couple songs. And I got so serious about it. I like deep Googled like these sort of really obscure 20s songs, and there was this like just random rural Canadian jazz band that she'd hired that was expecting me to show up and be like, oh, I want to play, you know, somewhere over the rainbow. It's just something like really obvious, right? And instead I was like, I would like to sing If You Want the Rainbow, You Must Have the Rain. And they're like, what is that song? We've never heard of it. So yeah, so I selected all these like very obscure songs, and one of them was this tune, this old 1920s tune. It's beautiful, called If You Want the Rainbow, You Must Have the Rain. Well, that song ended up being incredibly poignant because it was pouring rain at the wedding. So it was kind of like this magical moment, you know, everyone's crying, blah, blah. And I had this like light bulb go off over my head where I was like, this, like kind of a Field of Dreams moment. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to put together like a vintage jazz band, and I need to sing this kind of music. And so I was like so excited. And then, you know, like the next day when you wake up and you're like, how do I actually do that? I didn't know anybody in that scene. I didn't even know there really was a scene. Like, I just didn't know anything. It was really, truly this kind of like light bulb Kevin Costner moment. So then right after the wedding, I went to New York for some work meetings, and by total crazy coincidence was on this subway car I was not supposed to be on. Like, I had been in a cab. I was not supposed to be on the subway car. And like, because the Brooklyn Bridge was closed, I ended up paying $40 to go like a few blocks in a cab and then have to still get into the subway. So I'm in a terrible mood. It's like midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. I'm on the subway just stewing about how much money I've wasted and how long it's taking to get back to Brooklyn. And I look over, and the guy seated right next to me has handwritten sheet music on his lap. And it says on the top, if you want the rainbow, you must have the rain.
No way.
Yeah, and like you said, guys, this is an obscure song.
Right.
Like, even for people who do like early jazz, it's an obscure song.
Wow.
And anyway, so long story short, I like turned to the guy, and I was just like the crazy person on the subway that was like, how do you know that song? And he was like, how do you know that song? And I was like, I'm a singer and I want to put together a finished jazz band, but I don't know how. Anyway, he was like so sweet. He's like a very, very well-respected cornet player. And he hands me his card, and he's like, I never do this, but I feel like I'm supposed to help you. Call me and I will help you. Anyway, long story short, that's how I ultimately ended. He ended up putting me in touch with a bunch of different people, including Vince Giordano, who did all of the music for Boardwalk Empire. And Vince was like, do you want to come up and sing with us? And I had said to him, hey, do you know that tune? If you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. And he was like, oh yeah, I love that song. I haven't thought about that song in ages. And then that ended up being the final song for the entire series of Boardwalk Empire.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know that I had anything to do with that, but I like to think that maybe because I brought that up to him, that he was like, oh yeah, that would be a good tune for.
Wow.
Serendipity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And that's cool. So eventually that's how you also got connected with your musical director, Dan Barrett.
Yes. And one of the amazing things, that's him. Oh, I love that man. One of the blessings of how this band came together is that I was in such ignorance of how just incredible the people I'd put together for this band were, you know, because they were just names that Dan was giving me. So it didn't mean anything to me. Thank God, because if I had actually known who I was calling and just how, you know, incredibly well-respected, kind of like creme de la creme musicians they were, I think I would have been, and I would have been petrified and would have been like, maybe I don't need to do this. But
For all our friends that love a little bit of jazz history, tell everybody who Dan has performed with.
Oh my gosh, everybody. So Dan played lead trombone in Benny Goodman's Last Orchestra. And he actually got to arrange for Benny Goodman too.
Wow.
And Dan is also a really brilliant arranger. He's played with, Anita O'Day, Buck Clayton, Woody Herman, Rosemary Clooney, I believe. Barney McGard. A bunch of people. He's really amazing. And then kind of modern, he's played a lot with Rebecca Kilgore and I don't know. Yeah, he's really incredible dude.
And he's helped develop all your charts for and bring the sound that is Lizzy and the Triggermen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a great album you have here. Dance Song for the End of the World. Let's take a look at the artwork for this. We've got the artwork here.
Yeah,
And for
Wow.
Good Songs for Bad Times,
that's
part
the album.
1. So I'm guessing you're going to be coming back with a part 2 for this.
You know, I really kind of like backed myself into a corner there, and that's the attention. I might have to, you know, sort of create some. I might have to manifest some of that, you know, island money to,
yeah.
you know, make it happen. But no, we do have actually a lot of tracks that we recorded that I haven't laid down vocals for. So yes, I do have an idea in mind of how I would like to do the part 2.
I love knowing that. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I like the artwork that is on the album, and you have also had some really awesome posters made for like your Troubadour show,
Thank you.
the Will Turn, and all of this is just so inspired and awesome. I believe that Will Turn poster even wound up on the wall of the Bosch's daughter from the TV show Bosch.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Like to be able to see.
We have fictional fans too.
Yeah,
that's how you know you really made it.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing, and I'm very inspired. I love that you are doing this and continue to do this, and you've got, you know, despite, you know, when we've had this year that we've had, but we're coming out of it, and I mean, heck, you were even on the ballot to be nominated for a Grammy. So for this, so that's pretty darn awesome. You know what I mean? To get enough recognition to get that on there, and so I'd like to recommend to all of our friends to please check it out. The music's out there. You can even add it to your Instagram stories, I believe. And do you still have any of those posters by chance for sale, or did you sell out of them?
Oh yeah, I do have some of them left. Yeah, we have yes. If you go to our website, to our merch, yes. Oh, there we go. Official website. If you go to our store, they should all be there.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mr. Depps.
Anybody, yes, thank you. If anybody wants to check out, you could check out there. You could buy. Do you still have physical albums, or is it only digital at this point?
You know what? I have a few physical, and I'll probably order some more once we start doing more live shows. But yeah, I do have some CDs,
nice.
And I'd love to be able to do vinyl. That's another like
dream.
Just gotta manifest some money somehow.
Yeah, totally. So, you know what I'd like to do tonight? Something special.
Sure.
So what I'd like to do is I would like to purchase one of your CDs and give it away with one of these stickers to one of our friends here who's doing the Let's Go See PCS hashtag. So let's go ahead and go over to the comments there, and let's do some scrolling and see if we can find a winner for. Here we go. Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3.
Okay, I've got Kelsey B. Gibson. Oh my God, sorry.
All right, we got Kelsey. Yeah. Nice, Kelsey Gibson. Congratulations.
Sorry I butchered your name, Kelsey.
So Kelsey, please go ahead and message us on Instagram, please, and we will get in touch with you to get an address, and we are going to send you one of Lizzy's albums as well as the Fat Cat Swinger sticker this week.
Sweet.
So yeah, awesome. Mark, do you have any questions for Lizzy?
You know, I don't know. I know we got to wrap up pretty soon here, but it's just getting to prepare for the editing and everything for your interview, getting to watch your promo for the El Rey, like that was inspiring. Like, I feel like it's a touchstone to like what a jazz big band performance should look like and feel like, with all the dancing and the venue and everything. And I'd love to finish on that clip, but can you just tell us a little bit about what that whole show was like and sort of preparing for that?
Man, I mean, yeah, playing the El Rey was amazing. We've gotten to play some really iconic venues, and some venues that, you know, are not venues where big bands or swing bands are generally playing at this point, because, you know, it's not as much like a part of popular music at this moment. I hope that kind of changes, but yeah. So playing the El Rey was magical, and it's a beautiful, you know, vintage theater, so it's got all of that aesthetic charm. And yeah, they very kindly let us film some music videos there as sort of promo for the for our show. And again, Nikki Marvin, Mikey Pedroza got together a whole roster of amazing swing dancers, and it just, yeah, I mean, part of what I love about this genre and about big bands, and I'm sure you guys know this from your band, but there's an energy that is so, I keep wanting to use the words like contagious and stuff. I really need to stop, but it's not contagious, promise. But you know, it's like, it's exhilarating. And I think that sometimes when people think about big band music and they don't know it personally, they just are thinking about it kind of, you know, just from whatever they've experienced in their life. Like, you know, they think that maybe big band music is sort of like formal and kind of, you know, prim and proper, and you can't really like let loose. And it's like, no, that's the total opposite. Like, there's no better kind of like groovin' music than like Count Basie or Duke Ellington or Chick Webb, or, you know, like, I mean, so I think that's, it's exciting for me to try to show people that before they come to our shows, so that they can really they can understand how truly visceral and electrifying this music can be, you know? Not that I'm comparing us by any means to Count Basie or Ellington or like any of those people, but, you know, one can, you know, aspire, right? Those are the people that I'm trying to kind of like, you know, emulate.
Bring that energy, emulate.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, with the musicians that you have, you really do bring that caliber of performance, like between them and then your own show, you know, your like entertainment that you bring on stage, the visuals and this fashion and everything. I mean, it's an extravaganza.
We try to swing hard.
We do. Well, it's so interesting that you brought up like sort of that sound, the iconic sound, because the song that is in this video that we're going to show when we close out, that's actually a cover, but done in a sort of vintage style. Can you tell us about what that song is and why you chose to do it? Yeah,
you know, so it's a song by The Strokes. It's their most famous song, Someday. And I had this idea for a while of how I heard that song in this style, and actually an amazing trumpet player and arranger, Gordon Howe, is who did the arrangement out of New York. And so I talked him through kind of like what the broad strokes, you know, I wanted to start kind of ballady and rubato, and then have it like kick into this crazy, you know, almost kind of like a la like Sing 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 or something, you know, like just like Benny Goodman's, you know, something that really has that awesome big band energy. And oh man, when I heard his arrangement for the first time, I was just blown away. I mean, just made it so much better than anything I was even imagining in my head. So yeah. Nice. And I don't know, it's to me it's all about like what does the song want to be? You know, I try to avoid being too clever about stuff, you know, like, I don't know. It's tempting, right? Because everything's been done. So it's like, you're like, what do I do to make myself different? Yeah. And for your own, but I really do try to just root things in what is the song and what is the song about? And to me, that song is such a wistful kind of melancholy song. And yet it also has that like kind of punk kind of defiance that like the Strokes have. So it just felt like it worked for, you know, for that tune. And the band just, I love listening to like Gareth play the drum solos. He's got
such a great tone. Yeah,
and the guys just get to just wail. The whole horn section really gets to wail in the instrumental section. And so it's a fun tune.
Yeah, the arrangement of the journey, it captures all those different things. Like it's an epic sort of. I felt like I was watching a movie when I watched the music video. It's really well done.
Oh well, I mean, I pulled a lot of favors from some of my film TV friends who were very kindly brought, really nice cameras and lighting and, all the dancers. I mean, yeah, that was truly amazing. Like that one shot, the pull-out shot. Where you reveal the dancers. Yeah, that was crazy. Actually, fun fact about that, because it was such an awkward angle, I had to be like very unnaturally positioned just so that I looked normal in
behind the scenes. Yep.
Yeah. I was like really had to be very like forward, and I'm like, are you sure this doesn't look really weird? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I saw that shot for the first time, and I was like, whoa, it's amazing.
Nice. Why don't we go ahead and let's go ahead and wrap and show up our friends that clip in a second here. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some hand claps going for Lizzy Shapiro of Lizzy and the Trigger Man.
Thank you so much for coming on this evening. Lovely chatting with you.
So good chatting with you guys too. It was nice to chat with everybody.
Yes.
Hello out there.
Congratulations.
No, I ain't wasting no more time.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I have to also just say that I forgot in that clip, but Jake Dupree and Donna Hood are also the dancers in that you see like at the end doing crazy splits and stuff. And oh my gosh, amazing! Yeah, we got such incredible people to be part of.
What
this
a
video.
crew!
So really, amazing.
An amazing crew, and that show was amazing. I think Blake over here was at that show. Here in our comments, he mentioned being at that show. Quite a epic show. I hope that we get to see one of your shows very soon, and sometime this year. And who knows, maybe even do a dual Fat Cat Lizzy show.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Let's
do it.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. Right on.
So thank you so much for coming on this evening.
Thank you guys. All right.
Yeah.
So nice to see everybody. Mwah.
Bye, Lizzy. Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Good night.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
What a show, huh?
This is a great
Lindsay
show.
McMurray, Lizzy and the Trigger Man. Wow, like such talent and everything. And our man behind the curtain, Mr. Depps.
That's right,
Thank
Mr.
you so
Depps. Hey there.
Another good week. So, hey, why don't we go ahead and say goodnight and see you next Wednesday? Yeah. What do you say?
Yep. See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time for us to say goodbye to all our friends. We hope you had a really great time. We'd love to stay some more and swing till the end of the night. It's time for us to pack our stuff and go. We danced, we sang, we played our hearts out to you. We showed you what we're all about. We hope to see you again the next time we are around. That's when you tell your friends the Fat Cats are in town. Again, we'd like to thank someone. Oh wait, that someone would be you. 'Cause without you, none of this would be true. Just remember to share that great big smile with somebody next to you.